Hello and welcome back. Sean here, Mountains Garage, on a hot August Friday afternoon. 90 degrees and humid outside. It's been a pretty hot summer here in the Northeast. Third and final installation in the video series of the Autool CT160. That's AUTOOL. Is lots of information online about this machine and others. This is, I think it's rated, I don't know, it's in the top 10 of, injector cleaning machines you'll find on eBay. And Autool has different models. They don't really specify what they do different. You kind of got to study the pictures. It's a step up from a plastic syringe full of cleaning solvent and a 9-volt battery and a couple leads, because that'll work too. But I was looking for something I could actually watch what's happening. And we talked about it in the first video earlier in the week. Midweek, we got it running and tested 4 injectors, out of which 3 were good and they matched pretty close. And 1 didn't work at all. Since then, that was a rail with 8 injectors. I took off that intake manifold I showed you. I put the second 4 in. After I cleaned them externally in the parts washer, just wiping off the goo, and then I took some brake parts cleaner, and I spray out the filter end, kind of knock on it and spray it and knock on it because you're blowing the wrong way through the filter. You're going in direction of travel, but it does get the goop out, the debris. And try squirting back through the other way. That's sometimes works, sometimes it doesn't. Not necessarily an indication whether the injector is going to work. And I put the next 4 in and they all came out fine. So I have a bag of 7 injectors and 1 that won't work. Somebody mentioned ohming it out. It ohms out like the rest of them at 12.2. Put the ohm meter across the leads. This one I let it soak in the Berryman B12 overnight. Got a sidebar on the Berryman B12. I got a gallon of it. I also got 12 cans of it coming. I bought, late night shopping. And I'm going to get rid of it all. I don't want it in my shop because I had noticed just in the 10 minutes I ran the ultrasonic heater with the 4 injectors in it powered up, the O-rings were starting to get squishy, the ones that seal it to the rail. And then the one bad injector, this one, I threw it right in the bath and just let it sit overnight with no power. Just figured, what the hell, can't hurt it, it doesn't work. When I came back the next day, the Berryman B12 chem tool, this stuff, it had blown the O-rings up clown size, about twice their normal size and all squishy, and then when they dry out, they're hard as a rock. Now, this is made for cleaning your entire fuel system, it says. Fuel injection, carburetor, I don't know. And you put it in your fuel tank and it tells you how much to put in per gallon. So you're diluting it. You're not running it full strength. I get that, but I don't want any product cleaning solvent in my shop that's going to turn O-rings to goo. I don't need that. I have, just O'Reilly brake parts cleaner. That doesn't hurt a thing. My chemical that I bought at Tractor Supply that I have in my normal parts washer, with the hose and the brush, that doesn't hurt any seals. I could wash out, transmission lip seals and put them back in if I wanted to. It doesn't hurt them. That does. So that's gone. The mineral spirits that I'm using for testing fluid, and I'm also getting a bonus cleaning action. I don't know, to be honest with you, I haven't even read the book on what you're supposed to test with. Somebody that's alcohol, some kind of watered down alcohol substance, I don't know. My experience with mineral spirits, I've kept it around for quite a while. I even have a spray gun. That's how I clean engine blocks and stuff before I assemble them. And it's never reacted with anything, so I trust the mineral spirits. And again, I'm getting the way I'm using the machine now. I've yet to really read the book. You really don't need to. It's the translation's kind of rough. It tells you what the switches might do, but the cleaning action I'm getting, because I'm just wash this out on the externally just to get the goo off. Then I attack it with some brake clean on either end. And then I go ahead and put it in here and see if it works or not. So this morning, early before it got hot, I was back out in the storage box and I had another rail of injectors with 4 injectors still in it, 4 missing, 4 left. So I'm shooting for a set of 8. I got 7 good ones. So I put 4 more in here. I've already done some testing, but I'll show you what I found. I had to go get my somewhat safety glasses. They don't have the side shields, but they're better than nothing. I don't need them to see. I need to see far away, but up close, these are hindrance. But anyway, I put the next 4 injectors in after doing the same thing, parts cleaner and then brake clean. And as soon as you turn it on, the middle 2 look like they match up pretty nice. I've already tested everything. I'm just going to show you what I found. The outer ones, this one was dripping. This one hasn't budged yet. And they all of them out at 12.2. So running any test, I'm getting used to using it and knowing what I'm looking for, just matching these up to those. Let's go ahead and run it. These 2 look almost identical. This one looks like it's lagging way behind. You know, seat of the pants, it looks like it's flowing half what these 2 are. This one's still dead. So, just to prove that out, I've already done this, you know, spoiler alert. Let's go all the way to the high-speed spray value, close the lid, the drain, the bathroom tub drain. It's a quick test, go for it. My findings with the first good 7 injectors that on this high-speed test, I get about 14.5 milliliters. That's about 14.5. That's settling out about 14.5. This one's about 7. So eyes weren't deceiving. This one is lagging behind. It's clear that the injector electrically, I think, is okay. It's stuck and plugged. This one is stuck. This one's stuck. This one's partially plugged. I'll probably just throw them away. You can buy service kits for them, but all that does is give you, there's a filter screen down in this hole in the inlet. You basically put a sheet metal screw in there and pop it out. You can use a slide hammer. They make a tool that turns, you know, the screw is threaded, so you can just turn it and it pulls it out. And you can change the inlet screen, and they give you a new cap. This plastic cap pops off. And new O-rings upper and lower. That kit, depending on where you buy it, again, 15 to 20 bucks. I'll probably have a couple of those just to have. Not sure it's going to fix ones that don't work. If I was taking the injector apart, I think that's probably not going to happen in this style injector anyway. But in the interest of science, I have 3 bad injectors. I'll probably play with them a little bit more because, you know, my spare time, which means I'm probably going to put them in a box and eventually look at them and throw them away, which might have been the fate of that box of injectors I continue to look for. I know I have here somewhere. I might have said, to heck with it, and thrown it away. Online and through, like for instance, my friend John, who I met on this channel, I have bought quite a few boxes of new injectors, yet to pay full price for a set of injectors. In the high performance world, fuel injectors are rated, you know, pounds per hour. I mentioned in the other video, these are listed depending on the fuel pressure, either 43.5 or 59. They're 22 to 27. I've seen them listed both ways. Probably on the smaller scale of 22. It's pretty popular in the the sloppy mechanics world. If you're not familiar with that, that's Chinese turbos and stock LS stuff and making tons of power. You remove the plastic end cap on the delivery side and lightly grind there's a little plate on the bottom with tiny holes in it, and you actually remove that. It's called decapping. Then you put the plastic thing back on. And we should probably do that when I get more injectors that I don't mind experimenting with. We could test a good stock. There's a Chevy Silverado injector, 99 to 06 or whatever. GM part number 253-17628. And we could test a decapped injector compared to a stock one. That'd be interesting. But your flex fuel injectors, those are in the 32-pound range, I think. It's a different injector. It takes different screens. If you're going to service this, buy the service kit. That does take a different kit. And fuel injectors come in different heights, basically short, medium, and long. And you'd have to adjust your fuel rail for that. Most fuel rail, like you buy a Holley manifold, there's 2 or 3 sets of spacers and the bolts that hold the rail to the manifold to accommodate the different heights. Normal street squirrel stuff, up to like an 80-pound injector with a turbocharger, that'll make upwards of 1,000 horsepower probably. There's lots of charts and ways to figure that out, but I bought that ATK 6-liter about this time last year, and that in the specs I recommend a 36-pound injector, which I happen to have a brand new set of Elderbrox that I put in that. And when you go to use the stock injector, you buy a Holley Terminator X. In the drop-down menu, you can just pick, truck injector, maybe even by the part number. And this comes with a list of, specs that's important data. And if you buy an aftermarket set of injectors, beware again. Like I say, the Pirates will sell you, it'll say, the Decker injectors, Decker 80-pound injectors. They look like it. They might even say it on the box, but you got to go by the seller and the price and question whether they are. So buy from people you trust, because there's a lot of piracy involved in this kind of parts. It'd be interesting to buy the copies, the imports, and see if they even work. And I guess we're able to do that now. So I guess that's all my thoughts today. I'm gonna drain this. I've already drained the ultrasonic out, drained the Berman B12 that I attempted to use. Got it out of there before it ruined whatever O-rings seal this rig up, and flushed it out, so I think I'm good there. Seafoam has been recommended for the ultrasonic cleaning part. So maybe I'll buy a bottle of that once I get rid of all the Berman B12. And I'm going to drain out the mineral spirits, and that still looks pretty clean, so I'm going to put that in a different container, not put it back with the new stuff, but I'll save it with the machine and maybe run it through a paint filter when I put it back in and use it several times. It still looks perfectly clear, but I do like the fact that all this goofing around, I'm cleaning the injector with mineral spirits while testing it. So that's it today. Hope you got something out of this, and I promise the next video we won't be talking about this machine. Have a great weekend. Catch you later.